So, what is the biggest change Islam has made in your life? How do you see the difference between the Melvin before Islam and Melvin after Islam?
So it's something that I'm still working on. It's definitely in my sabr. I've calmed down a lot because of the life that I was in. I was always angry. I was pretty upset a lot of the times because that's the way that you have to carry yourself. Like I said, when you're raised in that type of environment, you can't be a sucker. You have to be willing to fight, whether it's win or lose and whatnot. So that created a major impact on my life. So if somebody even looked at me wrong or whatever the case may be, I'll just go over there and punch him in the face. No questions asked. I would just commit to violence without even second thinking of it. Violence was like first nature and it wouldn't bother me at all. There was one guy I saw on the train and he was like mean mugging and he was upset or whatever. So I looked at him and as he's going down the train, he's literally cursing people out. He's literally telling individuals, you know what? If you want to fight, let's fight. Me back in the days, I would have heard that, oh, you want to fight? All right, I would have took off my jacket, got up, and I would have just started swinging. All right, let's go. Let's do this. You want it? You gonna get it. Now I looked at him. I said, you know what? You good, brother? He looks at me, and then I smiled at him. He went and he smiled back, and his whole demeanor changed just with that. When he was walking down, and I smiled at him, he smiled back at me. His whole from cursing to everybody to I want to fight and all this other stuff, he opened up, started talking about what was his problem. Well, I'm struggling or whatever the case may be. I didn't have any change at the time, but I said, you know what, you got Cash App or something? He gave me his Instagram, something through Cash App, and I said, here, something so you could get something to eat or whatever the case may be. Just don't let it get the best of you. It was like, thank you. But the funny thing was afterwards, my interaction went like that, and then afterwards he went onto the train and everybody else, it was just the exact same thing. But with me, he calmed down, his demeanor changed, and he was grateful. So imagine if somebody in the other cart would have just smiled at him. He goes to the next cart, somebody else would have smiled at him. His demeanor would have been changing that whole time, would have been softening the individual's heart up. That's something that we gotta, taking a look within ourselves. Not everybody's going through the same thing that we're going through. Somebody's going through a struggle. So something as simple as a smile can open up the heart. Now, it's like Umar bin Khattab, the thief who stole from him. He started chasing him down and running him afterwards. Umar bin Khattab, probably back in the days, struck him or whatnot. But what did he do? He went and he started running after him just to let him know, for the sake of Allah, I love you. Don't worry about it. Keep it. So that's something that resonated in me. And a lot of the times I take a look at it, and when somebody's giving me a ill look, kill them with kindness. Smile. Smiling is sadaqah. Maybe they're looking at you in that way, but they're not thinking about you. We don't know what's going through the other person's head. You know what I'm saying? As a Muslim, it should be our duty to try to make it ease amongst not only our own people, but everybody else around, because it's a form of da'wah.
If there was a chance to speak to all the non-Muslims in the world, what would you like to say to them if you had just a few moments?
What I would say to them is, deep down in the hearts of everybody, I feel that they know that they're Muslims. We as Muslims have a thing called the fitra, which is the natural state of individual. If you feel that Islam is right for you, what are you waiting for? Dig deeper. One thing that I tell everybody is, the one most beautiful thing that I find in Islam is the reward that you just get for intention. So beautiful. It's deep in your heart. It's already there. It's up to you to go and extract it out. Some of us, we're afraid. We take a good look. We're going to be labeled a terrorist. We're going to be labeled this and we're going to be labeled that. It's up to us to change that mind setting. It's up to us to make a difference with that. So for all the non-Muslims out there, if you feel you're right on edge with Islam, like you feel that calling is there for you, don't wait. There's one thing that I learned was from Mufti Mink. There was a brother who wanted to take Shahada on Friday, but he died on Thursday. So don't wait. Take your Shahada.